Hey guys, my name is Aaron from the Vansmith. I am CEO and co-founder here. Started back in 2017 and we're in Boulder, Colorado.
I'm Nate Murphy and I have literally just bought this van to show you how to build a van. We have made a really detailed course which will help you go from this to this. You will learn everything you need. We help you specify your electrical system and you'll be able to access the community all building their own vans at the same time.
I got started with this entire thing, started building a tiny house. Cousin gave me a call, said, hey, you want to build tiny houses for work? I told him no, I didn't really like building tiny houses. So we decided on vans. He flew me out to San Francisco, built my first van in a dirt parking lot in downtown San Francisco, took some beautiful pictures of it, sold it, and started a company. So this is our 60-inch galley in our rack and roll. This is probably one of the more standard sizes, fills up this area really, really well with the east-west bed. Here we've got a 1-inch plyboo countertop. I really like these plyboos because they are pretty stable in a lot of, big temperature fluctuations, and they're a little bit thinner than your standard butcher block, so it saves you a little bit of weight. We do overhang this counter a little bit so you can spin this chair around. After you take your table slides right out from here and attaches to this bench. But we have that extend out a little bit so that way you can sit in the driver's seat and utilize this countertop space to work from. This galley has the Cruise 85, which is the smaller refrigerator by Isotherm. And then the next size up that we use is the CR110. If you use that one, you do lose a drawer right here, and this cabinet gets a little bit smaller. But the CR85 works really well for me. It's about 3 to 4 days worth of groceries. We have 3 drawers inside this galley, and they all have high quality Bloom glides with a nice Southco latches. And they're heavier duty latches because we found that people will always overload their drawers. We've never seen these drawers fly open no matter how loaded they are, but it is terrifying when you're driving and you're taking a left-hand turn and one of these things come flying out with all the stuff in it. So heavy-duty latches are really nice to have. And then underneath you have a big open storage area. And specialized storage is great, but sometimes what you really want is just a big catch-all. So drawers are great, keep those organized, but then you have this big central area. It's nice when you just have bigger pots, pans. With a lot of these, you see these finishes right here. This is actually all Formica. So Formica it's essentially plastic. I didn't know how I felt too much about it, in the beginning. So we used to do all real wood. We were woodworkers, but it's really, really grown on me. You can get this stuff in any color that you can possibly think of. You can get custom colors made. This is what they call oiled walnut. It actually has a texture to it. And in a lot of van shows, we've had people point out asking what kind of wood this is, and it's Formica. So we do get it laid up professionally by a company called National Hardwoods, and it's on top of Baltic birch, and they have a big machine that presses all this stuff together. So it's a very, very high-end, very, very high-quality finish. And this saves a lot of time when it comes to painting, staining, and actual finishing of the wood. We don't use any kind of edge banding or anything like that. We oil the edges to keep those nice and sealed, and they hold up really, really well. And if you want your van to look this primo, we offer DIY kits. We offer this same exact cabinet online, all these uppers, walls, ceilings. It is a very clean, elegant, simple looking build, but it still does everything that you need it to do. If you are thinking about getting a van and you don't know which way to go, or you're going to build your own van, sometimes less is more. Just focus on your systems, make sure everything is going to work really well, and do a really, really high quality build. You'll have something that just lasts for a really, really long time. For the water system on these, we have a gray water tank, 20-gallon gray water tank from RB Components underneath the van. And then we have a 20-gallon over-the-wheel well freshwater tank inside the van that is also from RB Components. We just use a Rivati, simple little smaller sink, square, and we cut all our own covers and countertops. Everything inside this van is CNC cut, and we use a lot of the plywood for we'll either use it for doors or we'll use it for countertops. And the really cool stuff, I know we're talking about this, but here's a little bit more of a detail shot on it. But it's just super strong, it's super pretty, and 1 inch thick is a lot better than 1.5 inches. It does save a lot of weight, and it's just, the stuff is gorgeous. We have a really simple water heater system in this van. If you don't want to spend the thousands of dollars that it takes to install a Rixon or an AquaHot system, you can do what we do, like really simple system, which is just an incinerator, and it is basically one of those instant hot water. Use about 750 watts, kicks on, uses 750 watts for maybe 5 minutes, and then it maintains its temperature and it uses very little. Turn it all the way down, the water is very hot, but it is hot water. Keep your water system, again, simple. Like, one of the big things I think people overlook are water systems. Try to use PEX wherever you can, steel braided lines, and then make sure it's easy to drain, because if you live in a place where you're not going to use your van in the wintertime, like, make the thing easy to winterize. We keep our water pump in the back, so that way you don't have to listen to it when you're using your water pump, and everything is controlled off of the Color GX. A lot of people ask us what kind of electrical systems we use. We use almost all Victron components and some Blue Sea stuff. We are going to be moving into the lithionic systems, but you get what you pay for. I love how intuitive and how beautiful the Victron stuff is. It works really well. It's a very high-end feel. So this is the Color GX. I like this initial display right here. We'll tell you your battery percentage, how much power you're using, and then you can have stuff like animations. It tells you you're using 75 watts of DC power. And the cool thing about most of this stuff is it all hooks up to the Victron Connect app, so you can really take a look at things. And also with the Servo, you can hook up your water tanks, your gray water tanks, your fresh water tanks. You can turn on your inverter. We have this bench designed so it will extend out, and you can actually use this table from, you know, the passenger swivel. Another person can sit on that bench, so it easily, 2 people can eat at this thing. And I love these things because they're very versatile. It's so easy to just move. And you know, a great little workstation on this side as well. So being able to keep this stuff and keep this stuff versatile, you know, it really opens everything up. Or say you're cooking and you have the door shut, you've got a surface here that you can either sit down, you can sit down on those chairs, have your whole countertop, and then have this guy out. One thing that we really like, we like to have a bench. And what's really cool about a bench is they're pretty versatile. You can either have just a catch-all where it's nice to have an area where you just throw your shoes, maybe you got wet towels, whatever, just like a catch-all, just throw the stuff that doesn't quite fit in a drawer. And the nice thing about these is also is you can make these in a like a toilet bench. So we just have like the Dometic style toilet in here. You put your, you know, your chemical or your water in this guy, pump it up. You have controls from the front to flush. Nice big cutout right here. You don't need to take it out unless you're emptying it. The composters, they're great, but they take up a lot of room. They also need to always have power. If your power goes out and that fan stops working and the thing is not fully sealed, you've got a hot box of nasty inside your van. This is our bed. It fits a queen size mattress and it does sleep east-west. We utilize flare space flares in these guys. They're super nice flares. I like the way they look on the outside. We do make our own trim ring, and we try to just maximize as much space inside this flare as possible. We have the Arctic turn windows. Everything is wrapped in fabric. We typically stick with a 6 to 8 inch mattress, nothing much thicker or else you can't sit up in bed. Like, I'm not a huge person, so it's already pretty tight with an 8 inch mattress. And what's really cool about these two is we like to get 36 inches of space, so that will fit, you know, your mountain bikes, it'll fit crash pads. It just really opens up your potential for bringing, you know, whatever kind of gear you want to bring. So we keep the bench right here so it's easy to get in and out of bed. And then the cool thing is this one is removable as well. It's removed pretty easily. You have to remove the mattress, but if you ever need to move, say, like a small couch, or you want to put, you know, something big inside the van, use the van like a van, this bed is removable. Cool. So this is the garage area of the van. We like to kind of keep everything open. Morty, this is his little spot when we're traveling, so I like to be able to keep our gear down here. We do keep our bikes on the back, but if we need to, we can stash our bikes back here. Nice little cubbies. You can really, toss all your stuff in here. Keeps things organized and clean. This is also our water cabinet. So there's a 20-gallon water tank underneath the wheel well right here, and you have your external water port for spraying things down or for hooking up your Julka, for your external shower. On this side we have more storage, and then we have our electrical system. So this one just has a 200 amp hour lithium ion system by Victron. We utilize a 200 amp hour Victron smart battery. And this system, we can go all the way up to a 600 amp hour system, 3000 watt inverter, the Multi Plus by Victron, that sits in here as well. And then you have all your other little components in here. So you have your BMS, all your fuses, switch panels, MPPT. And then again, nice amounts of storage down here. Our bed rails, they're made out of 16 gauge, 1-inch square tubing, so it's thin. And then we have it powder coated. The lids on both these guys pop right up, and then you just lift these bed panels right out. So this whole area opens up, remove the bed. And then just simple little garage lights. Like if you're gonna be building a van, definitely throw some garage lights in there. Well, that concludes the tour of the Rack and Roll. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you ever need anything, we offer consultations. We offer anything that we build. We offer like pretty much everything DIY. So if you're stuck, or if you need help with your electrical system, any kind of stuff like that, give us a shout. Chances are we could do something for you. And if you're just in the Boulder area, swing on by. We'd love to show you the shop. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.
You may have noticed that you can buy our ebook. Our ebook shows you how to build a van conversion. It has 190 pages of text, diagram, and images showing you various options of various systems. It also comes with 25 videos that show you hands-on how to do many parts of building a van. Also, coming out soon, we have a course. The course releases in December, and if you sign up now, you get early access and a discount. The course is really in-depth. It shows you everything from how to use basic tools all the way through to doing your gas, your water, and your electric installation. Not only that, but within the course, we support you hands-on in making your electrical specification. And you get to join a community of like-minded van builders who are building their vans at exactly the same time. Follow the links to find out more, and thanks for watching.